Good evening and welcome to Don't Read the Comments. I am your host Midas with Matt Roberts, Jermaine Jude, and the First Lady of Don't Read the Comments, Sophia. I guess today we're gonna talk about a few different things, Matt. Is that cool?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get into it.
So let's talk about Sophia real quick. You got a second?
Yeah.
Okay.
Talk to me.
What's been going on with you? Oh, all right. Talk to Matt Roberts. Matt, talk to
Yeah.
So, let's talk about blended cultures real
talk
quick.
about blended cultures.
Yeah.
Let's talk about blended cultures, guys.
Yeah.
What does blended cultures even mean to y'all? When you guys hear blended cultures, what comes to your mind?
Mixed kids.
Mixed kids.
It's my bad, man.
Just one. Just one.
Just one. Okay.
What is
So
it?
I came up with this clothing line called Blended Cultures,
Mhm.
and it represents exactly what it sounds like, blended cultures. And it stands for unity. It's like the generation that like wants to end racism. You know what I mean? Because every race, I feel, has a little bit of racism or has family members that are like, stick to your kind,
Oh, yeah.
don't date outside your race.
Oh, yeah.
So the fact that I grew up like that, I was like, I don't see people by color. I see them by energy, by vibe. So blended cultures was inspired by everyone's culture. I was like, I don't want this to be like for one people. I want it to be for everyone.
Is that clothes? What do you have?
I have clothes.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna announce it. So we got clothes. We got home decor.
Okay.
We got furniture.
Mhm.
And cosmetics, natural, like not tested on animals or anything. So everything natural.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So I haven't told no one yet, but now you guys know.
How are the people accepting this? What do they think about Sophia having clothes now?
I think I'm getting really good reactions to it, but I feel like I still have some people that are like, okay, that's cool, but like, what's your music?
Yeah.
So I think it's cool though. I really got good feedback because there's a lot of people that are mixed. There's a lot of people that have mixed in their family. There's a lot of, I have my nephew.
My bad.
I have a nephew who was just born, and he's the first mixed baby in the whole family.
Oh.
I mean,
wow.
whole family, like
What's he mixed
great. Huh?
What's he mixed? Yeah,
Mixed
He's
with-
Mexican.
Oh,
Black.
Oh, okay.
Cuervo Black.
Okay. So he's the first.
He's the first. There's
First
nobody in my
first
family
bit
mixed.
of-
Nobody. Great.
So he's the first black kid in the family.
He's the first just mixed in general.
No,
Mixed
but
period.
Yeah,
too,
mixed period.
But
no, but like I mean, if everybody else majority in the family Mexican,
They're all Mexican.
so then he's the first black.
He's the
Yeah,
first
that's
mix.
right.
Black, yep.
Yeah,
okay.
it's gonna be challenging.
Not with this family.
No, I'm just saying like.
But in the outside world, it probably will be.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. My niece and my nephew are mixed, and I didn't anticipate them like it being a thing. You know what I'm saying? But at different ages, depending on the schools they're at and stuff like that, like there's no getting around them at some point questioning or feeling a certain way with their identity. It's natural. You can get through it, but I've noticed that it happens. It does happen. And they can either identify more so, and in this case, they're probably going to identify more so with, the Hispanic side of the family for a while.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's dope.
How do you
It's
guys-
dope, but it's definitely something that comes up. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it does.
It works itself out. It's not like, earth shaking or nothing, but it definitely rises its head at some point when they get older.
For sure.
So just to let you guys know back at home what this show is actually about. Don't Read the Comments is about actually reading the comments. And what we do is we find the statuses from your favorite social media site, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, whatever. And if we can find the status inside the status is usually a comment that's pretty funny or pretty enduring or pretty endearing to the people. So we're gonna go through those and be able to use it. So this is our first show. We welcome you to the show. We're getting acclimated with everything. we're very much aware of each other, and we're just putting a platform so we can hear from you. So please leave comments. We like to talk about what you want to talk about as well. Mm-hmm. So please leave comments. Let us know what you want to hear or what you want to talk about.
Talk that shit.
So you selling a lot of clothes in, right? That's what we're hearing, right? We get the shirts, we get all these home decor and perfume and.
Yeah. So right now we're starting with the clothes.
Okay.
And then later on it's gonna go to the cosmetics, and then it's gonna go to the furniture. So we're gonna build furniture, custom like making furniture.
How are you getting the stuff to the people? I heard it was an interesting story about what are you doing to get the clothes to the people?
I seen an ice cream truck.
Yeah.
That was related.
Yeah, Mr. P, what's going on with that?
Well, see, listen, it would not be blended cultures without having somebody else besides me. So I had met this lady. She's she has a black-owned business, and she bought her own ice cream truck. Okay. Well, when we were protesting for the Black Lives Matter, I saw her at the light, and my son's like, I want some ice cream. I was like, we can't. She's already leaving. Well, she ended up kind of like following us, and we ended up meeting her at another light. So I was like, can you pull over with some ice cream? So she pulls over, we get some ice cream, and then everyone from the restaurant gets some ice cream. So she's like, thank you so much. And I saw that she kind of was like struggling a little bit. I was like, you need Cash App. Like, you know what Cash App is? She was like, no. So I hooked up her Cash App. Long story short, months later, I got her number anyway. Months later, I was like, which was a couple days ago, I asked her, you still have your, you still have your ice cream truck? She said, yeah, I still got it. And I was like, what if we work together? Black-owned business, brown business. What about I pay you and, drive around and you can take me to go to some locations to sell some products? She got money, I got money. Okay. Supported black-owned business, brown business.
Okay.
So that's how that happened, because I was like, it's blended cultures. We need brown people to make some money.
That's perfect. All right. That's perfect.
But I have some interesting experiences, and I need you guys' opinion.
All right.
I need everyone's opinion.
Okay, talk to me.
Okay, why is it that there's been like 3 different situations where I had, if you guys follow me on Facebook or whatever, you know that I had made a post, and I had said that there was a couple situations where males, I don't have this issue with females, will ask me for a product, will ask me for merch. Okay. I'll go take the merch to them, and they ain't got no money. But then they flirted and act like they're my Cash App, and I forgot, do you got change for $1 million? I ain't got Then I'm just like, damn. Why I come up? You just wanted my number. You tricked me. So I need help, guys. I need help. Why men do that? Like, what can I do to avoid it? Like, why is this happening to me?
Well, first of all, you're never going to avoid this. This is the
opportunity.
It's opportunity. It's a way to get to you. They're not using the right way by not having the money together to be able to at least buy a shirt or something like that to support you. But I don't know how you're going to get away from that, though. Dudes is going to find a way.
Yeah,
they're going to find a way.
Opportunists.
They're going to find a way. Yeah. So what did you tell them when they did it?
Well, I'm not like to be mean, so I kind of like played it off like, it's okay next time. But they ain't never gonna see me again in their life. They're gonna have to order it from like online or something like that. So I think to avoid it now, what I'm gonna do is just have what I should have done already is just have them pay me already, and then just go and deliver it. But see, sometimes if I'm in a rural area and someone's like, hey, what's up? I got someone right now. You don't want to miss out on money neither. Yeah. So I guess you're right. I just gonna keep on happening.
But I mean, you feel like they wrong?
I mean, no, not at all. I mean, they wrong for not having money for the product.
Right.
That's the wrong part. But I mean, sometimes you gotta shoot your shot, and if they saw an opportunity to have a one-on-one with you, then I mean, I'm not mad at that. It's the, not having the cash to pay for the product. When you took the time to go meet, I mean, that's kind of a sucker move to me.
That's a whole nother.
I feel like
that's a whole nother level of bullshit.
Yeah.
Not having the money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
saying? They can't even take you to Chili's. They can't buy a t-shirt.
McDonald's Happy Meal, dang.
So McDonald's Happy Meal is cool.
No, don't. I take that back.
I was just trying to get
take
it back.
So if you seeing this, don't do that.
So what is the proper way to be able to do it though? Because the thing is, are you single?
I mean, yeah, but
okay. I mean, you said. I mean,
yes.
Somebody had.
Okay.
You are. You're right.
I am single.
So you are single. Have you put that before Have you put that before on social media that you were single?
I mean, people know I'm single.
I said,
Yeah.
Did you put that before so people can know that you were single? We wouldn't know.
I mean, no, I didn't put I am single, but
Okay.
I don't. I mean, but I'm not like. It's kind of obvious if you have common sense.
Well, I'm just. Once you put it out there, I'm single.
Mm-hmm.
That means
green
that
light go.
that it's green light go. It's okay to be able to holler at you. So
that's a way of hollering is getting me to trick me to buying something from me and really never get buying.
The tricking part is like I said. I think that's a sucker move. But I think if somebody sees you have a product, they have an opportunity to maybe have a one-on-one with you. I mean, I think it's a creative way.
If they buy it,
they gotta buy it though.
Yeah, they gotta buy it though. That's the only way to even start the conversation.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
let's switch it up. What if it was reversed?
And
What
has
if
been.
what if I you
And it has been.
okay, so
Okay.
girls approach you and like, Doobie,
Okay.
oh my god, I forgot my wallet. Let me
Okay.
get it. What are you gonna do?
Well, I just keep it. Well, you want to keep them as a customer. That's to be real, right?
Right.
Because people that buy usually buy over and over again.
But see,
especially
women are
with
not
each other.
aggressive though. They're not like
Huh?
Women aren't aggressive.
not as aggressive when they approach you, and they shouldn't be. If they are, then
Whoa.
aggressive and
Women
like
are
trying
just
to.
as.
oh, it looks like we get to another
Right.
topic.
Well, women.
Let's talk about this.
And I think there's a misconception somehow
Mhm.
that women are the only ones that, you know what I'm saying? Like, guys are just on y'all and girls are like timid and man, that's the opposite. They don't even sound like you.
So you guys had experience where women are super aggressive with you?
Yeah, I got a couple of absolute maniacs.
What?
I'm terrified now. I got 4 restraining orders. I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
Hey, we don't judge.
But women are.
Yeah.
Damn.
Definitely.
Wow.
Definitely.
Let's say.
And they're arrogant a little bit because because sometimes in a sense they may not do that on a regular basis because they're usually the ones being chased. So you know what I'm saying, when they do go ahead and try to push it, they assume it's gonna just fucking work. So if it don't pan out,
Right.
like they're shook as
shook.
fuck
Yeah.
Right.
because they expect you to just be like, oh my god, here's my chance now.
Right.
And it's just
Right.
like that shit is
Right.
that,
It's almost a turn off.
yeah,
Oh,
a little bit.
It's
No
almost a
doubt.
turn off because you're expecting me to be so weak behind it.
Yeah, like
a lot of
gotta
times,
be that thirsty just because you.
a lot of
you know what
times
I'm saying?
women, and this lady has told me that before. Like, you know, like I know what men make time for. I'm like, what? Like, damn it, that's all I got going. Like, and that's just how I thought about it. I thought it was so. When Pac said, "Tease me, believe me," I don't, you know what I'm saying?
I don't want it if it's that
I don't
easy.
even want it if it's that easy. That's the realest shit ever. Like, women may think a dude's like, well, shit, I'm gonna give it to him and he just gonna take it. But at some point, it's like, well, shit, make me work a little harder than that, though. Because
Okay.
if it's that easy for me, it was that easy for Tux. It was that easy for Jay.
Yeah.
It was that easy for Damo. It was that easy for Matt. I mean, this is what we think.
Do you
though.
guys feel like maybe men could be easy too?
For sure.
Hell yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, the same thing we were talking about earlier. These niggas that stay in everybody's inbox.
Yeah.
Sending little dick pics.
I said little dick pics.
Better put that ashy smeckle away.
The
on a
girls,
Tuesday
do
afternoon.
girls do that? You guys
What?
like? Have you guys ever in the past have experienced maybe as teenagers, whatever? The girls send like,
Hell yeah, they
like that
do.
too.
Girls do everything.
Don't judge me,
Girls,
I
girls
really
do,
don't.
girls do everything
Right.
guys do.
Right.
It's except they lie about it.
Right.
They
make
do
it seem
everything
like-
guys do.
So how do you guys feel about women? Supposedly, I hear a lot of men nowadays say that women are becoming more aggressive while guys are becoming softer. You guys think that's a fact?
You said that too, and I don't. It's hard to understand. We come from a different time, and we talked about that before. We've come from a different, more masculine time. Unfortunately for the world and what it is today. Okay, we come from a time where shit just didn't fly. That's all I'm saying, right? So you had to conduct yourself a certain way. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I think over the years things have been soft because people have become soft, right? Because things in society have taken place of what we consider to be masculine. They kissing on TV every episode. Nothing's going back. Got men wearing purses and shit. Like,
There's no
women
winners.
wearing
There's no
dresses.
winners
It's
anymore in anything. They barely keep score.
Yeah, they crossed there is no gender lines anymore. It's just one. And we
True.
noticed that before. And that's the thing. Like, when y'all wanted us to be soft, and it's kind of difficult when y'all say that because when we hard, y'all say y'all need us to be a little softer.
Don't listen to us. We don't even know what we want to eat.
Oh.
What the heck? Since when?
Okay.
Don't listen to us. It's the first mistake.
I think there is a lot of mixed messaging.
Okay.
Like what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like with the, you know, with the let's get away from the word soft and get into like
feminine.
you know, like more expressive or in touch with your feelings or, you know, whatever that word is, right? Like we do come from a era that was hyper masculine, toxic in a lot of senses, and now we're kind of now aware of how toxic some of that shit, you know what I'm saying, really actually was, but that's where we come from, right? So now this new kind of...
You think it was toxic?
Some of this shit, for sure.
Right.
Some of this shit, I mean, come on, man. Real, you know what I'm saying? The street shit, a lot of outlooks was pretty fucked up, you know what I'm saying? But now that, you know, everybody's like trying to be a bit more correct, fair, not so hateful, hurtful, you know, whatever. It's just like, okay, we're getting to this other point, but these dudes coming up, you know, no shade to, you know, whatever, but they're coming up kind of allowed to be
talk about it. Say it. No, I feel like
you know what I
what's
mean?
the words because we got to talk about
I mean,
it. Like, what's the word? So what is it?
I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't know. It's hard to say because there is a certain aspect of a guy out here now that like just ain't built the same no more. Like, you know what I'm saying, with just some of the core shit, you know what I'm saying, some of the core values and shit with, you know what I'm saying, honor, respect, accountability,
but what is
you know what I'm saying, and shit like that. And then back to the shit about being soft or whatever, you know what I'm saying, like we wasn't really allowed to show a lot of emotion and shit, you know what I'm saying, before when we was coming up. There wasn't a lot of outlets for us to fucking, you know, go have certain conversations with somebody without judgment and all kinds of weird shit. So we bottled in a lot of bullshit, you know what I'm saying, and it comes out in a lot of other ways. And so now when we see some of these dudes that's like just a little, you know, whatever, they're too in tune or whatever, so when we can't understand it, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. But
so what do you mean when you say dudes are soft? Is that what he's saying too? What do you mean when you say guys are soft now?
I mean, more softer, like how I feel like how I don't know if it has anything to do with culture because I can't speak for anyone else, but I know growing up, like men, they're the head, like they run shit, and we sit in the back and we don't mind sitting in the back. I still think like that way. And some guys now are like 50-50. I was like, nah, you the man. I got your back though. So I feel like when I say men are getting softer, I feel like men are losing their role. They don't know their role anymore. They don't.
Okay.
They don't.
Okay.
So for example, like you guys, you know, let's touch.
Now we got red up.
Let's touch. You know. And with that saying, I do before you say anything, because I know you guys will say it. Is I do feel like a lot of women too are losing their what's it called?
Respect.
No, like no, that too. No, what is it called when they like catering to their man? Like they like being affectionate.
They don't want it. Yeah.
They're not like as motherly as they used to. Like they're like
submissive.
They're like stepdads.
Submissive.
Submissive.
Like
there you go.
That.
Submissive.
Absolutely.
So I feel like when women are less submissive, men are becoming more like. I don't see that many guys pumping girls' gas. I don't see that many guys shoveling snow. Like just shit like that for me meant like something that's what I mean with soft.
Okay.
Doesn't mean feelings though. But I do want to add, since we're talking about it, I don't want to let it go. I want to ask real quickly, all three of you guys, how do you deal as a man? How do you deal with your emotions? Because this world does teach you guys to suck it up, be a man. So now, how do y'all deal with it? Like when y'all stressed out and you just don't want to talk about it, you want to break down and cry, but you got to hold it together. Like, what do y'all do? Who do you
I've called. This is my mental health break of the show, right? So I've had to call this nigga many times. Let's be real, because the world just expects you to keep going. Especially being, the only thing I can speak from is being from a black male's perspective, and we were told at an early age that shit, this life, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what you're going to deal with. But in that, it's times that I've had to break down. It's times that it's too much. It's times that there's a big cloud over me that won't go away.
So what do you do?
A certain way. Well, shit, you either smoke and keep smoking. Let's be real. I'm being honest with you. Or there's only a certain amount of people that I even let get that close when you're that vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for him, if it wasn't for a couple of the other homies, which is really only a couple of the other homies after I call him, you know what I'm saying? Then I just won't talk about it. Music used to be that outlet, and it got to be too constrictive.
So now what's your outlet?
I'm being honest. Shit like this. Shit like when I can talk to y'all. I might call the homie. I might try to talk. I might try to talk it out in a way where we can kind of discuss it. I try to surround myself with people that are like, people that just don't tell you, fuck it. Or people that tell you you'll get over it. Yeah. Because people will tell you that and you'll be drowning in it. A lot of times that's us. A lot of us is drowning in this shit.
Do you agree?
Yeah. I think I come from a different perspective, because same thing, growing up, I just suppressed everything, and then eventually it just explodes. So I'm working on it, and I think having daughters and being by myself with them for so long, like, I had to learn feelings and emotions and stuff. I just told my girl today, like, about something. I like, man, that shit hurt my feelings. And I like, but that's, that's real. But I mean, you have to have a healthy outlet. Mine is comedy. I done started playing a lot of golf. So yeah.
You agree? What do you do when you feel like you just have all these emotions? You're a man. You can't show your feelings. What do you do with them?
If I gotta cry, I fucking cry, yo.
Get it out.
You know what I'm saying? Real shit.
Okay. Well, I think we need a little break. Just a small one, and then we'll come back.
Yeah.
So,
like, comment, share, comment.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Welcome back. Don't read the comments. Once again, I'm Midas,
Matt,
Jermaine Jew, So Fire. When we last left off, you were asking about.
Yes, I was asking about how you men deal with emotions and feelings, because, like I said, this world is like teaching more and more you guys to having feelings or showing feelings is pussy behavior or something, or just soft behavior. So I was asking how you guys deal with it.
I was gonna say the funny part is, or not the funny part, but this year has been more death than any time of my life. From growing up in LA and from all the gangbanging shit I've been around and all that, I've never experienced this much death than I've experienced here in the last year. So because of that, losing my little homies the way I've been losing them at 15, 16 years old, this shit has been crazy, man. And like he said, I've been crying. I don't care who's seen it, man.
Yeah.
I started when they killed Rocka And I think that was just not, you know, he wasn't the beginning. I was just the time when I was just like, I don't even know what else to say no more, man. You know, the tears is just coming, and I don't even, you know, I'm watching movies sometimes. I'm being real with y'all, and I'm seeing death, PTSD type of shit on these movies. Somebody getting killed, somebody mama on drugs, and different stuff I went through in my life, and I'm dealing with it how I'm dealing with it. But them tears is coming.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
tears.
You know that
definitely
there is it's a true study that shows that this, not just this year, but this couple of years, if I'm not mistaken, most of suicide rates were by men. Like
I believe it.
the suicide rates just went up, period.
Mhm.
But most of them are men.
So, check this out. That's a sore spot for me, right? So, 3 of my actual roommates in my life committed suicide. All of them. The thing that we all had in common was we were all in the Marine Corps. They were my roommates at different times in different periods or whatever. And you know, the fact that you know, you dealing with that kind of stuff, like you go through a lot of emotion. And like I said before the break, like you gotta let it out. You gotta have a safe space. You gotta be around people that you trust, or whatever, that you know actually care about you, or whatever, that's not gonna, you know what I'm saying, kind of judge you or whatever for feeling however you feel.
Right.
And you gotta be able to push through it, because, like, you know, that shit broke me. And if I didn't have, you know, places where I could, you know, I could just, you know, do whatever, you know what I'm saying, I would have probably continued to internalize it, and then not deal with it, not whatever, and then that manifests in some other way or some other behavior or some shit in my life. And there was a time where I was bottling this shit up, and I put it, you know, I put it so far back in my head that, you know, I ignored it to the point where I didn't realize why I was set, why I wasn't happy, or why I was angry, or why I was, you know, whatever. And I kind of just had to come to a place where I had to be like, all right, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to feel how you want to feel. This is you know, this is a part of it. This happens to everybody. You know what I'm saying? You know, there's no way to act like this doesn't hurt.
Right.
And if a person, you know, tells you that it doesn't hurt and it doesn't cry, then you're just not human.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you know, I just tell people, you know what I'm saying, it's better to deal with the feelings, you know what I'm saying, because we all have them, you know what I'm saying, because bottling it up, you know what I'm saying, you just die slow inside.
I think because of that, and maybe you didn't even notice that though, because of that, Jay is one of them dudes, like, if you tell him nothing's wrong, I'm okay, he's gonna keep asking you, what's up, you good, you good.
Yeah.
So he don't, I don't even know if you notice that about yourself now, but you don't really let that shit go. So when I used to tell you, and that's probably what I'm gonna say, I'm good. Matt, what's up, you good, bro? Yeah, I'm good. And Matt could be, shit ain't right inside. And we so used to being that, because to be honest, people don't really want to hear your problems, so like people just telling you, people don't really want to hear you say, you know, they expect, you can imagine people damn near want to walk off when you tip, you like, hey man, what's going on? Hey man, life fucked up, bro. I got this friend that's fucked up, and these kids on my nerves, my bitch on my nerves, and like, oh shit, bro. Yeah. Shit, I got shit to do. They don't really want to hear that. They want to hear everything is good, so you can feel good about asking, and you can keep it moving. Very few people really care to that thing. And bro's one of the people, though, I'm just being honest, like, he won't let that shit go. And I suffer from depression. That shit runs in my family like real. I know me. So when I get in a rut, I'm in a rut. It's not a normal rut. For somebody else, it's a normal, you know, they'll be okay in a couple of days. For me, the minute I get -5, I start getting -10. And I start getting -50. That shit don't come up.
So what do you do to come up?
Oh, shit. You gotta be, for one, you gotta talk about it.
Yeah.
Like if you try to
Definitely.
if you try to mask
Yeah.
that shit, like we talked about, you try to mask that shit and trying to keep it in, then guess what it's gonna do? It's just gonna build up.
Mhm.
And then for black people, well, what does that do for us, especially black men?
Ulcers and
It start
all
making you
kinds
sick. I
of
got an
shit.
ulcer. I have an ulcer.
Yeah.
I mean, all the shit we naming right here. I got high blood pressure, bro. I got an ulcer. I got all the shit that come with having this depression. Though. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, I have a little question that adds
Okay.
to that one.
Mm-hmm.
Here you go. So my question is, most of us have kids, right? We have kids, all of us.
Right.
Okay. So most of the men, unfortunately, don't have their dad, right? So if you have kids, say you have a son, and you see him get emotional, and you see that he's not expressing the emotion like you know he should, like say maybe he's mad about, you see your son be upset about something, and he's not expressing it the way he should, but nobody taught you neither, and you don't even know if you know how to express it right. So what do you do when you see your little one, kind of take after some of the old habits you have, but you didn't have no one to teach you? So what do? Do you teach him to be opposite of you, or you kind of let it slide and be like, I don't know how to do this either, son? Like, what do you do?
I mean, I think it's okay to tell them that you coming from a place where you don't know, and y'all find a healthy
Together.
way to work through that together, whether it's counseling or that's what I would recommend. Counseling,
Okay.
as long as they ain't trying to like force medication. I think being able to have somebody non-biased listen to you is a very healthy outlet.
And you you say you got history of it, so I know for you this.
See, it's difficult because I have 4 sons, right? I got 6 kids, I got 4 sons. And this is the thing that I'm so worried about sometimes is if, like I get on my boys if they show the wrong reaction sometimes because this world is deadly. And as a black and brown kid, you can't show the wrong reaction sometimes. That might be the last reaction you show. So it's worrisome sometimes. Sometimes I want them to be able to express it. And sometimes I'm like, man, it's too much. That's too much whining. That's too much. I don't know about everybody else and how they raise theirs, but for me, it is a certain code to it. There's certain shit that you can't get back. You have to show a certain side of you. It's like what's that in card? Like you don't want to show your hand, you don't want to show your card, so because people will play it against you. So there's a certain way you got to be able to move. And it's tough, right? Because you want your kids to feel like, yo, I feel a certain way. I want to be able to cry about this. I want to be able to respond to this the way that I see fit. But the world doesn't see it that way. And you see how they tear people up when they start crying. They make a meme out of you before anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, well, shit, how do I express it? Do I do it behind closed doors? Do I have to be extra masculine? Like, that's where that shit come from, though. Y'all know what we used to do to niggas that was even like, we let's be real, we ate them niggas, we had to, that's what we was taught to do. We was taught, you eat them, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just being real, like, that's why it's hard for me, I'm trying to teach my kids the way, and I took my daughter to Long Beach last week. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? For the first time, I took her back to where I'm from, though. But it's night and day. She hearing the stories from me, and she want to know where's the rumbles. Dad, where the fights? Where the guns? Where the shooting? I'm like, well, shit, that's not what I was telling you. That's not the purpose. That's not the point I was trying to get you to seeing all this. So that's all. It's tough. What you think, Jay?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm gonna have some Hennessy.
Oh, okay.
That means he forgot the question. And he didn't want to. He forgot the fucking question, and he trying to blame it on the Hennessy and shit.
I was in the comments.
Okay. Does anybody got something to say? Well, what's the comments?
I'm having technical difficulties.
Okay.
Okay. Let me see.
What you think?
What we talking about?
What are the people saying out there?
I don't know. I can't see anything.
I really can't see the comments either. I guess it's called "Don't read the comments."
Don't read the comments for a reason, though.
Okay, we're not gonna read the comments. All right.
You're not gonna have any.
Like, fuck y'all.
The next subject that I wanted to talk to you guys about that kind of came up today is the fact I was on
the receipts thing.
Well, before that. Even before that, I wanted to get into something a little bit more serious than that, to be honest with you guys, right? So there was something I read today, and it was from Amber Rose, and it was from the Shade Room. And Amber Rose shares an experience she had involving non-consensual intercourse with a former partner, and she was saying that during the latest episode of Red Table Talk, with Miss Jada Pinkett. The ladies talked about sexual consent, and Amber Rose was a guest, and she shared her own personal experience of having non-consensual sex with a former partner of hers. And what she was saying basically was that at the time her and her ex-dude wasn't doing too well, and they weren't having sex at the time, and they were going their separate ways. He asked her over, they were having a conversation, and he wound up taking her from her. You feel what I'm saying? And so she was saying, and I know it's a heavy subject, but there's something that I wanted to touch on, though. There's something that I wanted to touch on. When does that become, and you guys can tell me if I'm right because I don't know, there's a fine line between women in a relationship who tell you just to take it. Have you heard that before? Women that if you just take it, it's versus. No. Am I wrong?
No, I've heard
okay.
I've heard of that.
Versus getting to this point now where she drew the line.
Yeah, I think if that line is drawn, that's rape. That's sucker shit.
That's
like,
good to be something different.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Right.
You definitely crossed a whole different boundary with that one.
Right. So what would make
you know when your woman wants it.
Right.
Like even if it is that take it, think you know when she wanted. So I mean, why you would want? I don't know.
I'm just trying to figure out. When I read it, I got to thinking like, how often does this happen? Is this
it's gotta happen.
It happens a lot.
Okay.
It
happens a lot.
A lot.
About with women that are in relationships.
I would say honestly, I would say based on just stories, experience, and everything. Okay. I would say it happens more in families within your family, like family members. But then after that, they'll say right underneath it, it would happen in relationships. Where you enter in a relationship. Now, I want people to really, especially women, to really, or not even especially women, especially men, I want y'all to understand, because you're men, that when we enter, because a lot of them be like, well, why don't you just leave? That's like everyone likes to say that. Well, why don't you just leave? Well, when you enter a relationship, you don't, 9 times out of 10, the men are not showing you, they're showing you the representative, they're not showing you who they really are. You know, so for a woman who's naive, maybe desperate, I don't know, maybe she's broken, come from a broken home, she's gonna accept any love she get. So she's not gonna see the red flags, she's not gonna see the toxicity right now, she's not gonna see the danger coming her way. You know, so once you're in it, like maybe months or a year into it, and this is toxic for you, and after so much, it starts with emotional abuse. First of all, it starts with verbal and emotional. That's where it's always going to start off. That's one of the first signs, is a man is going to belittle you, kind of like, and I know because I seen it firsthand, unfortunately. So I seen the, like, nobody's going to want you. Look how fat you are. Look at your stretch marks. Like, I've experienced, so I'm telling you through experience, like, heard it all. They'll break you down to where, like, you're so weak, you can't even go anywhere. And then once you're there in that state of mind, it's like you become just like lost. You're lost now. You don't have no idea. Maybe the family's not gonna. Well, that's, you wanted to be with him, and that's something that I want to touch on eventually with this subject too. Is I think it starts with the family. A lot of our families, especially colored families, we sweep a lot of shit under the rug, and we don't like talking about it. You know what I mean? If a young lady approaches her mom and says, "Your boyfriend or uncle, whatever, touched me," oh, you'll be playing, you know, or whatever. Like, they just ignore it like it's nothing, and then it's like a cycle, and then they repeat it and they repeat it. So I would say it's very, very common in families, and very common in relationships. And like I said, if you see the red flags and one of the signs, if you have like a daughter, it will start off with, like I said, emotional abuse. You'll see that this person will feel like without this person, they're nothing. And that's how you know they're reaching a level of like the lowest of the lowest self-esteem. And they do that on purpose, though. That's just like a power that men hold over you, because I feel like a lot of us women, our generation, we feel like we are in a ticking time bomb. Like we're running out of time. Our eggs are drying up. We need to hurry up. And then with men, it's not. Y'all got babies, you're like 70 years old if you want to. So it becomes. So all in all, so you guys will understand, is harder than it looks, because when you enter a relationship, you're so deep in it that it's so hard to get out of. So that's how you get to the place where it starts to get abusive and you start getting beaten and you just can't leave. You cannot leave.
So most people. So you're saying that if a man gets to that point, like Amber Rose was saying, he's already shown signs of that before that.
He's shown. I guarantee you that if the interview was a lot longer than expected, you get asked Amber more details, she would tell you that she missed those red flags because she was in quote unquote in love. Okay. She missed them. She just got to see it when it would become toxic. When she finally realized, I gotta go. Like this man is gonna kill me. That's when he was like, oh, you think you're leaving? And that's when she got raped because he's like, before you leave, I want to make sure you remember this. You're not just gonna leave me like this. So that's how it leads. That's what happens.
That's sick.
That's nasty.
And I want y'all to know, a lot of times when we're having these discussions, we learning as much as y'all learning. We having these discussions because we don't know. You know, different subjects that we'll tackle because we just get into the comments. And a lot of times the comments is where the interesting things are being said. So we're learning like you learning. These is real reactions from us, and we don't know. We got daughters, That's not cool. But I didn't really know that all that was going on, to be honest with you. So I think it's my job to be more aware of it when I hear that type of thing that's going on, because I didn't know. So when I came across that, I'm like, it's serious enough that we can talk about it. We're gonna talk about some light stuff too, but it's serious enough to kind of touch those subjects because somebody at home might be going through it, and they might, they might be inspired by a story or something like that, so they can get help. Red flags, though. You said something about red flags, and a lot of times, sometimes we get into these relationships kind of quick, and we dismiss every red flag that we can see
because we think we're changing.
You think you can help them? Exactly.
That's we just literally. This is great because today the news feed today gave us so much juice because I seen another post today. Somebody posted, I forgot who, and they said that men. Hold on, men. Women love men unconditionally, but men won't. It's like it's not the same for men because like you guys, we have to have something in order for you guys to. I don't know how to explain. Who put that on?
They said you women
have
to have
women.
Here we go.
Hold on.
Hold on.
A whole lot of conditions.
No, hold on. I know what I'm talking about. Hold on. I'm about to look it up right now because when it was a really, really, really. Oh, there he goes, right here. It goes. Men get loved unconditionally. Women only get loved if they have something to offer.
Oh my God! Y'all do us so fucking wrong.
That's the complete opposite. That's the complete opposite.
We up in your
this is women think that they just like they get done so wrong. Everything is just. Y'all get done so wrong, and we the oppressor, and we this, and that's how I feel. That's how you making me feel, though. That's how you making me feel right now.
Y'all need a drink because I can tell it's gonna be me. Y'all.
When a man loves a woman unconditionally, she finds a way to let him know that he's loving her unconditionally. You hear what I'm saying? Am I right?
Oh no, okay.
When you put that out there and she knows you, you know what I'm saying? She gonna use up every one of her.
No, stick to the damn subject. Men get loved unconditionally, but women only get love if we have something to offer. So
we don't have much to offer.
Because men are exclusively gazed off of what they have to offer, and if you can't offer a woman shit, you don't get no love. Period.
Right.
You ain't shit, and they ain't quick to fucking tell you that you ain't shit. So it ain't.
You're waiting on that. By the way, though, he been waiting on this one.
It ain't it ain't a given. It ain't a given, but it's just the fact that like that's what it is. Like that'll and then the love unconditionally. Here's a great example of that.
We do love y'all unconditionally.
Here's a great example of that being some bullshit. Check us out. Right. A guy will be driving his car down the street. Let's say young dude. Young dude driving down the street, sees an attractive girl on the bus stop. You know what I'm saying? he'll fucking pull over. He don't give a fuck that she don't got a car. He'll fucking pull over and try to holler at her.
Okay.
It don't matter how fucking fly you are on the bus stop. Ain't no girl pulling over. Ain't no girl pulling over to holler at you. Ain't no girl pulling over to holler at you on the bus stop. So it does fucking matter. It does fucking matter. So no, that's bullshit. We dick in the ATM, and if we can't fulfill them two motherfuckers, we can't even have a conversation. So no, that's bullshit. And yeah, Hennessy.
But tell me how you really feel, because I don't think I heard you. Shit.
Don't let a nigga have a little dick and little money.
Oh, go ahead.
They're gonna tell everybody.
Go ahead, your turn. Go ahead. Let it all out, guys.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you, dog. But when you said that, we love hard, man. And that's the thing. We love so hard sometimes that when y'all do us wrong, it ain't no coming back from that.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of these dudes that you feel like doing girls wrong, some way down the line, somebody broke that little heart. Whether it was in high school, whether it was the first year of college, whether it's you was taking care of 2 or 3 babies that wasn't yours, and you find out she fucking with her baby dad, and then this nigga calling your phone trying to show pictures of the
red
kid.
Flags.
And then, let's talk about some of those red flags though. What are red flags?
Okay, look, I'm not even gonna hit on y'all like that. I'm just gonna talk. I'm gonna check ourselves, women.
Okay.
Our women, what we fucking up, like I said, is where we always want to give men the benefit of the doubt. We always think we could change him, and he'll drag us along for so long and keep us in this. I'm just not ready right now. I got a lot of things going on. I gotta make this money. I gotta do this and that. You know, my grandma right now, she stubbed her toe, so I gotta watch her. And then he got all these excuses of why he can't be in a relationship. And then women will be like, and then here we go, like, it's okay. Oh my God, do you need a back massage? And then it's like, no, bitch, he does not want you. Like, so what we fuck up is we always want to change y'all. We always want to baby you guys, and we believe all y'all's bullshit ass lies. And y'all be lying. Y'all will know. Y'all will look at a woman and be like, she's so beautiful, she's so fine. I know I'm not gonna be with her. I can't take her seriously because I'm a fuckboy, but I have to have her. I have to have her. And then you'll ask her out, she'll say no to you, and then it just like turns y'all on, and y'all be like, challenge accepted. And it's like, for what? For what? For what? Why are you wasting my time? You know you're gonna take me serious. And y'all do that a lot.
Who was y'all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in a happy, healthy relationship.
That's not us and what we represent. We're with you.
I don't do none of this.
We're with you. Yeah, we.
Okay, then speak on it then.
Yeah, okay. No.
Be with you. Be with me then. What's wrong with you with me?
Well, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to speak on red flags, though. Okay? Because you said that. Back to the red flags. We're going to speak on red flags, though.
Okay.
Red flag that you know she's crazy. Okay?
Ooh.
All right. When she shows up to your house, okay? Little stuff without calling. Now, some people go, nah, that's sweet. You know what I'm saying? My baby trying to check on me.
Nah, that's not sweet.
But that's the first sign.
Let's make my day.
Somebody that's pretty crazy. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. What else? What else is another red flag that y'all have seen?
Never talking about your future together.
Let's wait. Are y'all ready? Because I got a lot to say.
I think we more guilty of that.
Yeah.
What side you on?
I'm on the side of happy, healthy relationships.
I know, but I mean, yeah.
He's in the side of the truth, which is the women.
But I think both are guilty in that sense of that message.
What?
Of that.
Yeah.
Elaborate.
I think men are a little bit more. I mean, it take us a minute to.
A minute?
It can take a minute to feel you out. Make sure you're behaving appropriately too.
Don't feed me this shit. No.
Make sure you're behaving appropriately.
You men, and this is coming from my Father, Heavenly Father, in Jesus. Okay, it says in the Bible. It says it right there. It's you men are designed to be hunters, okay?
Yeah,
there's nobody, I don't care what sign she is, what zodiac sign she believes in. I'm telling you, Nobody can read energy more than men. Men can read energy from people a lot better than women can.
Okay.
Because we're so naive. We'll be like, oh, he's just my friend. You guys would be like, he's trying to fuck. I know. I've been there. So because you guys have this instinct of like knowing, reading people's energy, and then you guys know already. So it's like you guys know if you want something from a woman, you guys already know. Yeah, that's wifey. Or nah, I'm just gonna smash. You already know. So what you said is bullshit.
I don't think you do. I think she has to grow into that. A lot of times we fuck up by trying to put pretty girls into wifey because she's pretty girls. All right, first I'm gonna have a baby. She gonna have a baby. Niggas trying to get that pregnant immediately. Am I lying? Niggas forgetting condoms and shit and just, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then she turned out to be crazy. I think that's a lot of my homies. I'm being real. A lot of my homies got pretty baby mamas. That's real baby mamas. That drive them niggas crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so a red flag. You said it. Let's go back to red flag. The first one you said that one of the red flags was she shows up unannounced. So the second one would be
not caring about what you give, what you want, what you like, what you care about,
what you care
about. It's all about her, self-centered.
But you can see it. Like she don't care what you want to eat or where you want to go. It's always what she wants to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a big flag.
That's a big flag that we you can overlook if you're not paying attention.
I think monitoring your social media nowadays too, like seeing whose picture you liking or what activity you have. I think that's a huge red flag. If somebody were to confront me about some shit,
about a status you made or like a like or something,
it could be a like, it could be commenting on a real friend's page that's the opposite sex, and somebody saying something about that, that's a red flag to me immediately. We ain't each other's property.
I get you.
Yeah, I got one that's super real. How y'all meet in the first fucking place and how y'all end up hooking up in the first fucking place can sometimes be the actual flag to begin with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like, you fuck around, you know what I'm saying, like doing some shit you ain't supposed to be fucking doing. You know what I'm saying? And both, you know what I'm saying, and both parties is in the wrong. You know what I'm saying? That right there shows you how that person deals with relationships when they not necessarily happy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because of what y'all are fucking doing. So right now, you like me and we're all cool. But once it's actually us and we're in the relationship that we pretended we wanted, and when we have our bullshit, I know what you do when you not feeling your nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep, no doubt.
And so now I'm dealing with the real you that I overlooked because I wasn't getting violated in the situation.
Yeah. But that's a good point because
that's a hell of a good point.
that's
Some people had to go. She's like, yeah, it's true.
I don't know what it means, but
Shit, that nigga.
Pinky up on that one.
I twirled it with the pinky out too. I didn't know what else to do. Move me away.
But even if you having a disagreement with that person that you getting to know, and then the next thing you know, they taking them subs on social media too, posting memes, and all that shit. Yeah. That's a huge red flag because they gonna put all your business out there every single time.
That'd be some weird shit.
That shit is so weird to me, man.
I think another red flag that you guys should consider for women, because we're still on red flag for women, is how they are with their kids.
Oh yeah,
that's
that.
If kids is always at Granny and Mr. Ernest's house.
Granny at Mr. Ernest's house. First of all,
watching in the heat of the night.
I just have to pay attention to that now that I'm a mom. I didn't pay attention to that growing up, obviously, but now that I'm a mom and I have some associates that I know and I see how they are, I'll be like, wow, you ain't shit in real life, because they will be like the type to just. Where my kid at? What, have you seen my kid? And it's like, that's your kid. Go if you don't go look for your kid and put that pipe down. You know, because it's But they don't know because, you know, on social media, you could be whatever you want. And I feel like that's one of the biggest red flags people miss is be like, oh, I just met this girl. Let me go on her social media. Oh, she's a great mother. Look at this picture. She's building blocks for her baby. And they'd be like, no, she just lost custody. She's only visiting for 1 hour. You know, so it's like, I think that's one of the red flags that I don't want y'all to miss. All right? Don't miss that red flag.
Hey, man. Y'all are so fine. The next time you gotta ask her if she got custody.
Yeah.
That's the first question. What's up, mom?
I see your parenting plan.
Let me see your parenting plan. Let me see.
You gotta see how they get along with their baby dad. Like if she talks a lot of bad things about her son's father, if she's one of those bitter, like you can't see your kid. Oh, he ain't shit. That's a red flag. I don't know why y'all be getting these girls pregnant.
That is a red flag. If you, hey man, she's speaking right now though. This shit gospel. Hey man, if she got more to say about the old nigga she messed with than what you doing presently for her, that's a red flag. If it's what niggas didn't do for me or what these niggas never did or anything like that or did to me and all that constantly, and you're stepped up to be who you are now, that's a problem.
A woman, a real woman, a good woman and a good mother will never seek for revenge, no matter how hurt she is, because I'm telling you, I've been hurt before. And I was that toxic baby mama when I first had my son. I was a baby mama. I wasn't a child's mom. I was a baby mama. I was hurt. So I was like, nah, fuck you. You hurt me.
Yeah.
Nope. You get to see your kid at my house. You ain't taking them with that bitch. I was that because I was hurt. So I know. So when I see homegirls be like, he can't see his kid, I'll be like, you need to chill out. You're tripping. Like that's a kid. But you're
because it hurts the kid.
Exactly, but a lot of men don't see those red flags because they'll just like you guys compete and be like, well, baby daddy ain't shit. So you get with a girl that has a kid with from a previous relationship. They're toxic. You see that she's talking shit about her baby daddy. They argue in their during custody battle, and then you'll still try to move forward with this woman like you have a future with her. You don't have no future with her.
Cause she'll make it seem like to you though,
like she's a victim.
But she'll make it seem like it's this nigga problem. Exactly. This nigga's the reason why shit is fucked up until you get into it and realize, no, this nigga was right.
Right.
It's you. It's you. That nigga's a genius. God damn it. Let me DM this nigga right now. God damn it.
Take him to lunch.
You made it. God damn it, you made it.
And right when you get ready to leave, she hits you with the, I'm pregnant.
I'm pregnant. Yep. I'm pregnant.
Next thing you know, you're in another situation.
Conveniently.
It's happened before. So let's talk about some men red flags.
I love that. That's my favorite topic.
Talk about men red flags that y'all overlook.
I'm gonna have that first.
Okay. When a nigga tells you, I don't want a girlfriend,
he
doesn't want a girlfriend.
Okay.
They don't care about that shit. They don't give a fuck.
All right.
You said that.
Believe him the first time.
That was his first text.
You're not going to change him, convince him.
Boundaries set.
I see the views are going up, and I hope it's not because.
They know.
No, I'm listening.
They know.
Some guys that hit me with the I'm not ready right now are probably watching. I'm not gonna say your name, but we're gonna get into this because this is my favorite subject. Because I talk about this all the time. I hate when y'all do that.
Y'all. We didn't put it on you with the red flag.
Y'all say y'all too. Y'all.
Okay. So let me give you another red flag that y'all don't.
Y'all go ahead.
Okay.
Cool. Give me a red flag. I love flags.
When the homie says that he loves 007 more than this relationship.
Bye.
Don't stand in front of the TV.
You got a gamer.
You have a gamer. Ladies don't know they got gamer niggas.
You got a gamer.
When this nigga said, I'm cool, when you walk around, when you take that towel off and he says, I'm cool, he's a gamer.
When he takes the day off,
things aren't going to last. When he takes the day off,
the PTO.
But he used the time off.
I would never have no problem.
When y'all go on vacation, that nigga bring his Xbox with him. He's a gamer.
When his headset is this big, when you plug in.
Well, that nigga got a special chair in his car. That he plays the video.
With a table. He got. And that table got
when he don't let you ride in the front
That's so annoying. No.
He's a gamer, ladies. You can't change that man.
Y'all gonna break up relationship before Christmas.
You can't. No, they already broke up. They don't know. They be trying to act like they don't know what's going on, man. What's another red flag that the homies done used before? And I'm telling you that worked.
No, wait. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold
right.
on. Don't just skip over them because they're for men flags.
Okay.
Y'all stayed in women flags for a long ass time.
All right.
So,
All right.
What's that thing you said? Cause he said in the beginning, you said that guys be like, I'm not ready for a relationship.
Guys will tell you. Most guys will tell
Okay,
you. I don't want a girlfriend.
I had guys wasn't too many, but I had guys tell me that before, and I always knew that was an excuse to be like, I just don't want you, right? It's like when a guy says I'm not ready for a relationship.
Damn, y'all really don't even listen to us, huh?
See?
That shit. What
You
the
see?
fuck? He tells you I'm not ready for a
where it went
relationship,
wrong, right
and
there.
you took that as
That's exactly
you don't
where
want
it
me.
went.
Yeah.
Yeah, you made it.
Yeah.
You made it personal.
Oh no, okay.
That nigga said, what the fuck? He said, I'm not ready, baby. I'm not gonna lead you on. I'm not ready. She says, well, fuck you.
Yeah.
What's wrong with me?
No, but this is why I say this.
All right.
Because, okay, damn, I have to go into detail.
Yeah, 'cause we gotta figure this out.
All right. Okay, maybe not right away like that. I mean, no, I mean, like, when you're talking to a guy, you're already talking on, if you're on a couple dates and it's been like, what, a month or two, and you just want to know where things are going to go if y'all both thinking the same thing. There'd be a lot of men, and not just my experience, there's a lot of women who go through this, where men would, they want to fuck still. They want to act like they're in a relationship. They want to control you like they're in a relationship. They want to tell you what to do in a relationship, but then they just don't want to give you that title, though. It's like, I'm not ready to be in a relationship, but I'm ready to act like I'm your boyfriend.
Okay, I heard that before. I've heard that before.
That happens a lot.
I haven't been told that I was doing that.
I was.
Just heard about that before.
Man, I like the carpet. Oh my God.
Get it to my
You lie like a rug.
You like this rug right here, Tim.
Like the fuck?
So let's talk about it, guys. Okay. Why y'all do that?
Well, I mean, I think.
Yeah, go ahead. Why is that happening?
Man,
Why
I
you
just
wait
think.
for that, man?
But no, I think initially you just trying to enjoy somebody's company and.
But if somebody is telling you that what they're looking for is somebody. If I say I'm looking for, eventually it could lead to marriage, and I want to have kids, right? And then in your mind you're like,
Whoa!
See, yeah.
Whoa!
In my mind, I got.
Whoa!
A lot of shit went real fast, bro.
Hello, my name's Mike.
Real fast right there. What the fuck?
I literally just told you that we're talking for months. I literally said we're talking for months.
I know.
For months. What is for months? What like?
Okay,
for
so
months?
no,
Just
because
for
he's
months.
making it
2?
seem like that this is what
3?
we say on the first date. Like, hey, listen, yes, get to know you. My name is Sophia. I want 7 kids. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like when you're talking to a guy, y'all feeling each other. You guys are only talking to each other supposedly, and you guys feeling each other. And there's a couple months now, and a woman wants to know where are we going with this.
That's a fair question.
That's fair.
So then, if the man says, I'm not ready to lock all the way in.
But he's acting like he is though. I'm not saying this is coming from. This is only saying when a man acts like he's your man, like tries to check you when you talk to other men and who you talking to. But
I think he got
you
control issues.
Yeah.
A little bit of control
right.
issues. Then at that point, that's a red flag.
That's a big red flag. Now, but if he tells you from the get-go, that's the two things. If he doesn't tell you that, you're absolutely right.
Right.
Ladies, if he doesn't tell you, I don't want a girlfriend, and he comes into it thinking that y'all really on the same page trying to build this, then you're absolutely right. But if he comes into it, which a lot of times my homies will, I'm gonna use my homies because I know it. Hey, listen, baby girl, I'm at a point right now, I'm just trying to get paid. I'm trying to get my money together. I really don't feel comfortable in a relationship right now.
That's dumb.
But I'm giving you the out. You don't have to kick it with me. I'm giving you the out to tell you. You can go and pick on another dude. Now, when you keep calling and get mad because I told you that,
Facts.
you don't got time for me. It's like, wait a minute, I told you I didn't have time. So listen, there's been many times I've been in the studio, really, really, really in the studio. Okay? There's been times I wasn't. But there's been times that I was. Most of the times, I really was in the studio. So to have to explain that, though, at the end of the day, when you say at the beginning, and you do music, when you say, this is my first love, beyond anything else, I'm in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
And then they go, oh, shit, you're always in the fucking studio. That's the shit to us. It's like, that's the killer part.
Yeah, because now you're competing.
Right.
You're competing with some shit that really is a part of me.
It's that passion.
And so, like, I no matter how much I like you, like, you can't make me choose between this and you. It's not fair to me.
Right.
And that's where that resentment builds up too. So you don't want him anyway, because if he gotta choose you over a passion, he ain't gonna be mentally there for you anyway, because he's gonna be resenting you the whole time.
Or you could just get a lady that understands that you have a passion and she has a passion too, and then you both work on it. The only problem is, and me and Jay have talked about this many of times, when one person has a passion and the other person just waiting on you to do some shit. Then it becomes, well, what you doing? Why you always doing that? Why you ain't got time for me? But if they had their own passion in the same way, it'd be different. That's really right. Yeah. And I think that's a lot of times it's just communication, though. So that's the main thing, though. Dudes come in and everybody's expecting, without ever talking about it, what they want. So dude come in like, yeah, she knew I didn't want no girl. Did you tell her that? Well, nah, not really. Oh, my nigga, well, how she was supposed to know that then? Yeah. You start calling her every day and then playing that dude role. You know how we get sometimes, and that's the difference. So I get what you're saying. So.
Why do we do it?
Why do we do it?
I think there's probably a bunch of different reasons why a guy will do that.
Not just.
Sometimes.
I feel like it's not just.
Sometimes.
And
then sometimes avoiding the accountability of the title.
Yep.
And the responsibility that comes along with it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And even avoiding that could be for different reasons. Because at the end of the day, I can handle kicking it with you like this. But I'm not actually in a place where I feel I can do for you.
Right.
And so a guy not you know what I'm saying, not necessarily go there if he don't even feel ready in just this little financial stint.
I like that.
Right.
You know
I just feel like if you have any financial trouble as a man, you shouldn't be dating. You should not be dating,
Really?
So how much money do you need to actually?
Wow.
How much money?
No, and this is coming from someone that dated someone with no job and no car. No.
Okay.
Don't date.
How much money
ready.
do you need to actually be making before you should start dating?
No, when I say that's not real. I feel my opinion. That's not a real answer. That's not a real question, because not everybody wants the same thing. Cause see, one person might just want a little tiny little house in the corner somewhere, and then that's success for them. And then another person might want a mansion. So it's like
you need to be able to provide whatever she wants.
And not every people wants the same thing. If you find someone that's just like just wants to be in love and just want to be ducked off and don't even care about traveling, they just want to be ducked off with a little family. There'll be people that want bigger. They want the fancy stuff. So I feel like it depends. It depends.
That's enough. So let's talk about that. And I think a lot of times people push their own expectations on everything on everybody else, right? Mm-hmm. So I would tell Matt or something. I would say, well, shit, my wife don't do that. I don't know how you let your wife do that. Does that make sense? You've heard people before jump into different people's comments about certain
you better
shit
than
to
me.
be able to be, or you better than me, or I wouldn't let and to be honest with you, I'm getting to this point that everybody runs their house different. Yeah. So what works in my house might not work in his house, might not work in his house, might not work in his, but it's good for my house. Does that make sense? Right. So even people telling women, girl, I wouldn't let mine do that if that was mine. Like, hold on, it's not yours. Yeah. Worry about your shit. That's what I'm saying. So for you, well, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, the funny thing about them extra opinions on the female side is that they take the opinions of women who ain't even in relationships
The friend that ain't doing
You know
shit.
what I'm saying?
Right.
The one who ain't kept a nigga.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, for
Right.
longer than 3 months or whatever the
Right.
fuck. That's the one you listening to, and you in a real ass relationship, and you taking advice from these motherfuckers who don't
Yep.
who you know what I'm saying.
Mhm.
Those
So
usually be
that's
the
the-
loudest ones, though.
They always the loudest ones.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, well, y'all getting on my nerves, so we're gonna go on some breaks.
Some breaks.
I don't know how many good things. Just kidding. We'll be back.
Don't read the comments.
What's ours is yours. Digital online showcase. Water Me Sis. Gang Point. Wazam, Coloring Castle.
Comments. Welcome back, Midas,
Matt.
Jay,
Sabaya.
and we are back. We're getting to the comments though. I heard the chat line is going crazy. What they saying so far?
So we got a queen saying a red flag for a man is not allowing you to go anywhere without him,
Yep.
even if it's to the corner store.
Yeah.
Facts, sister.
That shit
Facts.
weird.
That shit's weird
That
as hell.
shit's
that's
Weird,
weird
man.
though. That's
I was
that's
in a
flag.
relationship where a
Yeah.
guy didn't want to let me, like, when I get dressed up really nice, he didn't let me, like, go out to, like, if I want to get out the gas station and get something, I'll go get it. Just stay in the car. Like, damn, all right.
He never had nobody look like you before.
Yeah, that's a lot of
That's
that's
what that
a lot of
is.
I mean,
insecurity.
that's
No, I'm saying real. Like,
That's
he
some
lost his,
insecurity.
and sometimes you gotta watch that too, cause you gotta a certain dude gonna be able to handle you, right? Like, what else? What else did they say?
We got, let's see. When I said 9 out of 10 women is postponing her true passion for the man in her life to fulfill his. Yes.
What? Say that what?
What?
I'm more than happy to read that again.
And who said that? Who said that? Who said that?
Jalisa.
Jalisa?
Sorry,
Joyce?
I ain't gonna try to say her last
Joyce.
name because my Spanglish is horrible.
Okay.
So she said, 9 out of 10 women is postponing her true passion for the man in her life to fulfill his. And that's facts. A lot of women, we get, and I'm not even married and I know this. A lot of women get into relationships, even marriages, and her whole world will be around her husband, her boyfriend. And then once they get to a certain age when they're like, what am I doing in my life? And he's all living his best life. She'd be like, damn, I spent my whole life being a mom, being a wife, and now what do I do? And she lost her mojo. That happens a lot.
But that's not.
Like I said, we make y'all
But what you describe is
Sounds like support.
more of a choice and a decision,
Yeah.
but not necessarily like the guy stopping you from doing it. You know what I'm saying?
True. I mean, it's a choice.
Because anybody that's like chasing their dream or their passion, you kind of respect and admire others that do it as well. So it would just be natural to cheerlead for your girl doing her thing too, because you know what it takes to do it. So you know what I'm saying? Most of us we wanna cheer and root you on too.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But it's not our fault if you ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? You may have chosen or you may have stopped for X, Y, and Z reasons, but nobody really like told you to or said, hey, all right, cool on that, now do this. Like I think if a motherfucker's making you stop doing some shit, it's doing what you love, it goes back to that shit we were saying before. That's the flag. Like they should want you to be the best and the dopest you can be.
That's the
honestly, that comes
yeah.
a lot in I don't know why, that comes a lot in my culture.
Okay.
It does that. It's dying down a lot because again, this generation is getting a little soft now, so it's not the same. But I know for sure that is in my culture. A lot of men, they're very machistas. Like they're very like, you know,
I'm gonna do this.
yes.
You
They're like, I've noticed when me dating different nationalities, different races, I noticed that the Mexican men are more like, you stay home, I got it.
But that's
Like,
true. That's
yeah.
but that's kind of like in a weird way. It's just been traditional shit, right? So
Yeah.
like they were kind of raised to view it a certain way, I would imagine, because of the you know, their dads and the other example before them. You know what I'm saying? And so when you've had those examples, of course, this is what's been normalized as what you do when you grow up, and what you get, and what role you play in X, Y, and Z. But what's deep about what you said was in your culture, you see that a lot. But in ours, it's a little bit different because in certain situations, we didn't see that. We didn't see that to even get no blueprint on it. So we're not even carrying on those things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or we probably would if we had the examples. You know what I'm saying? So it's deep.
You feel like when you date other races that you're more they feel like you feel like you're more submissive then because of how you grew up with that? Or do you feel like you're more like demanding, I
don't really date, I don't really date. When I do date, I don't go for a specific race. I think it just goes for the vibe. So say when I do date like a Latino, Mexican, whatever, they seem to be more, just the ones I date. That's not saying that all of them are like that, okay? Just saying through my experience only, when I have dated more Latino, they could be, they're more, I feel like they're more romantic, they're more like chivalry, but then they're very also like controlling though. You know what I mean? It comes with a price. It's like, yeah, it looks really cute for the gram, but then when he has to go to work, you gotta stay home. And he gotta take your phone because he don't trust, you know, whatever. And then when I date other nationalities or other races, I don't feel like that. I think every little race has something that the other race don't have, no matter what it is. You know, so
I was just asking it just because you talk about being soft and stuff. I didn't know if because of when you said that about how you were raised and like the men you came up with, if you meet people that aren't like that now, is it like a turn off to you? Like, damn, you kind of soft, or is
it's because I think I try so much. I also went to therapy before. I went to counseling before, and I really don't think I could shake it. I really think this is part of who I am now, and I always want to be submissive. No matter what I do, I like to be like that. But I do because I am more aggressive in the beginning, but that's just to see where you at. That's just to see how you react. Everyone does that. You gotta admit it. Everyone tests their partner to see what can they get away with, what can they not. You know, doesn't mean it has to be super bad, but I feel like when I get into relationships, I want the guy to be like, I got this. You know, just have my back in case I fall. I like that, and I don't find that a lot. That's why I feel like one of the reasons why I am single is because I don't find that like. I feel safe. I haven't found that yet. You know, that security blanket, like, it's right here.
I got a question. It's kind of on topic and kind of off topic. But, all right, so in the F-150, when the guy is rolling and his girl's in the car and in the truck, is it the girl that wants to sit in the middle right there by him, or is he making her sit?
You know
right
what I'm talking
there.
about?
Because when I see that,
you talking about like because the Latinos?
Yeah.
First of all,
is he making her sit? Is he making her sit in the
like this in
middle?
the car, the big ass truck.
Is he making her sit in the middle, or does she want to?
Are y'all ready? I'm about to break Bronco. That's a very valid question. That's a very valid question. For one, the proper way to call it, I know you guys, some of y'all can't say it, but it's called beater packing. 9 times out of 10, the reason why I sit in the middle, because a lot of motherfuckers we gotta pick up along the way. You know, so it really is facts. Like when you go to a truck and you see someone sitting in the front, that's either because somebody just got, all the motherfuckers just got dropped off, or we're on the way to pick somebody up.
Okay.
2, hell yeah, he's like, come sit right next to Papi.
Okay.
And aquí, siéntate. Yep, that's
Yeah,
yep.
I see.
See, so yeah, that's number 2. So number 2 would be like the guy saying sit right here, or number 3, the girl just wants to see who talks to on the phone.
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
Whoa!
Because she's not. When I see her, she's not in the car going, I don't want to be here.
Right.
She's like this. Yeah, that's my shit.
No, very. All right, let me tell you, my family, the women in my family, they cater so much to their men that almost like if I don't, like say we're eating, right? We're at like a barbecue, we're at a party, and everyone is being served. If I sit there and just for 1 second and just think about something, and one of my family members catch me, one of the women in the family catch me sitting there, and my man don't got a plate, oh, it's hell. Oh, it's hell. Sophia. And then they'll pull you to like, Sophia, how come your man doesn't have a plate? He's gonna serve himself.
Hey,
if you don't do it, another woman is gonna do it.
My mother-in-law does that.
Oh my God! And it's so.
My mother-in-law does that to my wife too. So.
And it's like, oh my God! So me, believe it or not, I think my problem now when I date is I feel like men don't. I'm not saying I'm right, but I feel like men don't really appreciate like that stuff no more. I'll go on a date and I do little things, like just little things that you know how I seen the Bronx, what's that movie called?
The Bronx Tale?
Yeah, where he has to like see if the girl's like gonna pull
the door open?
Right.
Yeah.
I be doing shit like that, and guys don't appreciate that no more because I feel like they're not raised like how I was raised.
They're not.
So I had to find somebody that's really family oriented that will appreciate the shit out of that because they don't.
Let me tell you. And knowing all these dudes the way I know them, we was raised like that, though. So I'm not trying to be, it's just I don't know if it's a different generation and what they think is important or not. But for us, when you appreciate shit when you haven't had that type of shit,
man.
or it's been less too.
Man.
So if you got people that, I'm telling you,
because
even
I feel like if you haven't had it before, you don't appreciate because you never had a real one, so you don't
appreciate
know.
it. You also appreciate it when you had it, didn't appreciate it, lost it, saw the difference, and then you know what I mean. Because sometimes we do got to learn the hard way.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And so, and we do fuck over good women sometimes, and we
learning,
but we have to realize that shit later. But once you realize what you fucked up, when it comes around again, you definitely fucking appreciate the shit because in between that shit, you dealing with all kind of fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? You dealing with all kind of fuck shit in between that shit. So you do appreciate that shit.
That I liked a lot. He liked me too, and I don't know. I think because I was in a different state at the time, he fell off. But when we linked back up and we catching up, I'm like, he was telling me all the stuff he's dealing with, how the girls he's dated, and I'm just like, how the hell did you go from how I used to treat you, and how did you even let that go that far, for a girl to treat you like shit? You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know how you men get to that place.
Well, just like you women.
How she said it, like we was like,
no. What I'm saying, just like what he's probably hoping it's gonna turn around. Like it's gonna be different. Like you guys hoping, like, oh, he'll be okay. Like you see some signs in her sometimes, and you think, well, shit, maybe this ain't her all the time, or you know what I'm saying, or I can make her. I can make it so she doesn't feel that way.
You guys really try to change us?
It's not about changing you, but when you've been dealing with...
We end up changing us.
We change us.
We end up changing us because of...
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, but it's usually like some weird eggshelly shit that we end up putting ourselves in. But it boils down to some OG wisdom. Like each man, men at the end of the day, like, we just gotta fucking pick our battles. And certain shit... We know if we make an issue of the shit what the result is gonna be, and maybe you not gonna ever fucking see my side of it. You know what I'm saying? So we end up riding these weird whatchamacallits in the middle, but that's really the only solution because we're not gonna change, y'all. And we don't really try to change y'all. You know what I'm saying? Women try to change men, but we don't really try to change y'all. We end up just having to kind of tweak and adjust some shit how we navigate in this situation. We still love you to death and shit, but we just gotta kind of find our peace.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
And that's it.
Peace is everything.
Peace
It is.
everything.
Pieces,
Yeah.
pieces,
Like,
pieces.
Because
Yeah,
the world
exactly.
already gonna fuck, you know what I'm saying, be at you. So, you know what I'm saying, when it comes down to you and your woman, you just gotta kinda
And before we end this, I want to say that too, because with the whole peace thing, I think I read a quote somewhere and said, if you're not gonna bring me peace, don't take mine away, something like that.
Hey, that's real.
So
That's
and
real.
I agree, like
That's real.
yeah.
Hey man, let me tell y'all something. We don't want to cut off right now, but we want to give time for you guys to watch the show and reminisce about the show and be able
See
to
the
come with us
comments.
next week. Don't read the comments. Like I said, I'm so happy to be with the Art Network. I'm so happy that we got a platform to be able to kind of give to y'all. Like, look, today was a little serious. We're gonna have so much fun. We're gonna talk about stuff that normally doesn't get talked about, especially in the black and the brown sector. What we putting together is something major right
Yeah,
now
let
with
us
some of the
know.
most talented people I could combine, and we are here after months and months of trying to figure this out. So, like I said, I appreciate the Art Network really supporting what we got going. Like I said, for Matt Roberts, for Jermaine Drew, for Sophia, I am Midas, and we are Don't Read the Comments. Please give us the feedback so we can have something to talk about next time.
Yeah.
Love.
Yeah.
See y'all later.
Thanks for watching. We appreciate you lending us your eyes and ears. What's ours is yours.